Look at all these beautiful colors, guys. Look at them. Oh, I was just like, we're just going to stare at this for the entire video. How about that? How about that? Anyway, I've rolled out a whole bunch of balls here, as you can see. I have 3 rows of 3, and these are actually made up of some pearl clay that I mixed with some alcohol inks. Now, I don't remember the colors or anything like that, so I'm sorry if you're here for the colors. But these are just some scrap pieces, basically, that I had because I am out of pearl clay and still have not gone to the store and bought some. So I was like, I have pearl clay that's already been mixed with alcohol ink. You can use whatever colors you want to. Totally up to you. And I kind of just laid them out. I am going to be making 3 color Skinner blends. You'll have to kind of decide which color you want where. And I'm making a Skinner blend using the teardrop shape method. I love it. It's my favorite. So I'm just going to roll all of those out. Let me know if you guys have done anything fun so far this 2024 new year. I haven't done anything, and I don't plan on doing anything all year. Well, you know, the normal things you gots to do, but I don't have any plans or vacations or trips or fun things. I'm a very plain lady. I like it simple. I got all of my colors mixed up and rolled out and ready to be a Skinner blend. Now, I did a similar thing in a previous video, but I mixed in the translucent clay before I made the Skinner blend. So I wanted to try it a little differently this time to see if the effect would be any different. So I'm going to wait to put my translucent clay in there. And of course, if you like the idea and you just don't want to use translucent clay, you don't have translucent clay, you can just leave it out of the next step. It's real simple, and it'll save you like 5 minutes. Getting all of my Skinner blend colors together and kind of flattened so that I can give it a nice roll with the roller and then eventually run it through my pasta machine. I really enjoyed actually all of these colors together. My favorite, I think, is that top one with that like bronze color in it. I really like that. I think that kind of really sets the 2 colors apart. They do kind of look similar, some of them, but they are actually different tints. I mixed different ones. You can see the one on the right there at the bottom. It's kind of a green, and the top one's more of a gray blue, and the bottom one's more of a green blue. I rolled mine out, and you do want to keep them rather small, like in a little tiny square shape. So try not to make them too long or too wide or too tall or any of that. I did cut off different length or different sized thickness pieces of my translucent clay, and I'm just going to go ahead and mix those in now since my Skinner blend's already done. Like I said in the previous video, I mixed it in before I did my Skinner blend. I think it kind of got rid of all of the effects that you would probably normally get with translucent. And unfortunately, I think I may have mixed it a little too much this time too. But then again, maybe it's just not going to work for this kind of project. It's just too much mixing. So I put a little section on each of those and then rolled it through my pasta machine probably like 3 or 4 times. And these are them afterwards. I did keep them in the same like square-ish kind of shape. Just kind of pushing in the sides a little bit, getting it into a nice boxy shape. Now you can elongate it and stretch the colors out from top to bottom, but I would not do it from left to right. And the reason why is because when you fold it up, you're going to get your blue color, then your bronze color, and then your green color. But you don't want that. You want to roll it up and get the swirl pattern so that all 3 are always present in your little roll up you're going to do. I cut mine down to like relatively a good sized piece, just basically cutting off all the scraps. And I'm going to use some black paint. I actually tried this already with some of that like mica powders or makeup powders, and I also tried it with some ink and then rolled it up. So I did a little experimenting before, and I don't think that you could tell that it was in there. So I want to be able to see the actual roll the swirl marks, so I did decide to put a little layer of black paint on there. Just be sure that you have it nice and dry before rolling it up. And this sticks together fine. You won't need any Bacon Bond or anything like that, because when you roll it up, the color is going to roll over on itself, and it's actually going to start connecting. So I'm like, don't worry that, oh, you know, because paint usually doesn't stick to other things when you put it on the polymer clay. But this actually works just fine. But if for some reason you want to use Bacon Bond, I mean, there's no harm in this. I always like to get a nice tiny little roll up in the center. That way it's not like this big, huge leap going from, you know, nothing to like just like a big swirl in the center. I kind of want it to be a little bit smaller so you kind of get that depth and perception to it. Nice and rolled up. It looks very pretty already, I think. Got all my colors swirled in there, mixed up, and then of course you have that little crease. You want to get rid of that, and you also want to make the piece like a long snake piece. These are almost the length of a pencil, I would say. Maybe like 1.5 inches shorter than a pencil. I just love those. They just came out so pretty. I just love it so much. I don't know why. I don't know why, but I do. I can't help it, guys. I just can't. I have them in the same length and pretty much the same thickness. I mean, if you wanted to experiment and do some of them like thinner, you could. And some of them a little bit thicker. Totally up to you. At this point, I honestly just tell people to, you know, you can kind of watch it and see what you like and then just kind of change things that, you know, feels better to you or you think is going to look better. These are always just ideas to kind of get you creative juices flowing. And guys, I'm just here for the fun. I am the party and I've brought it, okay? I separated each of my color sections out and then I'm just putting it together, making sure that not two of the same ones are beside each other, just, you know, for variety's sake. But honestly, if you found a pattern that you liked and you wanted to put it together like that, I mean, what do I always say? You just go ahead and do that. This came out quite perfect, I think, together. All of the little sections made a nice little rectangular shape, but I'm going to kind of manipulate it and squish it down and kind of roll it and pat it and very gently squeeze it all together and make it like a little block or brick. And then, of course, always cut off all of your scraps, and of course, always save your scraps, because you can make something really pretty, or you can always take those colors, mix them all up, and make your own color, which I think is absolutely fun. It is my favorite part of the clay process. Getting to mix everything up to be a big old mess. Nah, but sometimes the colors don't work together, so you gotta be careful with that too. Like, you know, you might come out with a muddy color, depending on what you got going on. But I think all of these are pretty cohesive, and they probably would make a pretty color together. I do like to kind of like make little hash marks on mine so I know exactly how big to make each piece so that they're relatively the same thickness. Got all those cut up, and I'm gonna lay them out. You can squeeze or pinch the corners of yours so that they fit together and there's no gap. I didn't do it to the top ones. I just was kind of showing you here if, you know, maybe you didn't know that or you don't like those little gaps in there. It's gonna burnish out anyway, but some people are really meticulous about things. You can just kind of pinch out the corners and it'll fit in there just beautifully. It's like a puzzle. Look at that. Oh, so beautiful. And of course, I got all my little pieces together. I'm gonna just start burnishing, and I'm not gonna show you all the boring bits because, well, they're boring. And I'm not boring, okay? I'm here to entertain. Well, you know, I'm not really that entertaining either, I guess. I'm just here for the clay. I'm just here for the clay. Look at that. You know, it's a really simple pattern, right? It's like little swirls and like little boxy shapes. But I don't know. I think I'm in love, guys. I think I'm in love. Look at it. Just look at it. Just look at it for a minute. And then this is all of my scraps. I actually mixed it together and it kind of made like this gray, almost slightly got a slight brown tinge to it. I think it's from that bronze color in there. I mean, look at that. So much fun. I love it. I love these. I don't know why. They kind of remind me of something, but I can't quite put my finger on it. You let me know what they remind you of. And you can see all the little glittery pieces in there from the mica in the pearl clay. So much fun. I love it. And I like the little like flowery kind of pattern. And then this is my second piece that I made. No scraps today. I made my little scrap color that I'll use in future videos. Just look at all those pretty little flecks of just funness in there, guys. And I just love how it came together. I just love it. Let me know what you think. Guys, I appreciate each and every one of you. I really, really do. Thank you so much for coming back every week. Thank you for watching. Bye!